it's always sad when you see a player at kind of like the last chapter of his career, how that plays out. It's not always a storybook ending. And why it's not is because the team is in a holding pattern. They love the player, but they also want to move on in some way. Kobe Bryant got a lifetime contract. When we talk about lifetime contract, we're like, thank you for what you've done for our franchise. Here's $48 million. The team wasn't good. It hampered the team going forward in regards to being able to build. You don't walk away from a Kobe Bryant. But did it set the franchise back a couple of years? Of course it did. Derek Jeter. Boy, that was a contentious negotiation between him and Brian Cashman. You respect the player. You respect the history of that player. You respect what that player means to the franchise. But at some point, you need to start looking past that player to try to advance your team or move forward. They figured it out, but you have to start having these conversations. The Golden State Warriors are kind of in the same position. You have the greatest player to ever be in your organization, and they've had great players in their history. But Steph Curry is the greatest warrior of all time. 4 championships, the best shooter of all time, one of the best players, one of the best 75 players of all time. But they're in this holding pattern. Do we move on from the old guard, or do we continue to try to make this team viable and try to have a contending team because Steph is still playing at a high level? They tried to go get LeBron James. LeBron didn't want to go to Golden State. They tried to get Anthony Davis, couldn't get that deal done. They tried to get several players and tried to make these deals, and it just doesn't work. And what they have now, they have an old Draymond Green that just re-signed. They have a banged up Jimmy Butler who's coming off of ACL surgery. You have Porzingis. This is not a team right now that's a championship team. You have Mike Dunleavy Jr., who's the GM of this team, who's a fucking moron. And from the time that he got the job, I knew that he was over his head. And he's proven that he can't build this team the right way around Steph Curry. So what needs to happen now? Do they move on? Are they in this holding pattern? Does Mike Dunleavy want to move on and this is his way of doing it? Of not really putting a viable team together to force Steph Curry's hand? Or is he just inept at his job and he can't do his job and you need to find somebody else to do it so they can be able to build a contender around Steph until he's gone? Tough decisions for when a guy is at the last chapter of his career. But here's what Steph Curry needs to do. It's time for Steph to go. I was first with the whole Giannis thing. I'm not saying first, but I've been screaming this for years. Giannis needs to go. It's time for Steph Curry to say goodbye to Golden State. I know Golden State Warriors fans are not going to be happy about that. I know that's something that they don't want to hear because he's your all-time player. He's your generational talent. He is your GOAT. But Steph Curry still wants to win. And if you're a player that still wants to win, you have to find avenues to give yourself a chance to do so. Tom Brady, he loved the Patriots. When you think about the Patriots, you still think of Tom Brady. He knew that his time was up there. Although he wanted to stay, he was being forced out without necessarily being forced out. The players were changing. You weren't really putting the team together the way he liked it, the way he used to like things being coordinated, wasn't happening anymore. So when you start to see things like that happen, that means that your time is up. That means that it's time to go. This is why LeBron James didn't go back to LA. Because he realized that over the years, every single year that comes by or that passes, less deals are being made, less communication is happening. We're holding draft picks when we should be trading these draft picks to improve the roster. We're not making good draft picks here. We're kind of like just in this holding pattern. I don't want to be in a holding pattern. I want to win. So because of that, he went ahead and said, hey, Lakers, don't even worry about it, dog. Y'all go ahead and y'all move on without me. I'm going somewhere else. Because you have to know when it's time to go. Steph Curry has to understand that if you want to continue to play at a high level, great. You can do that somewhere else. It may hurt. It may be painful. But sometimes you have to walk away from things that you love to continue to find happiness somewhere else. There's nothing wrong with that. Steph Curry needs to ask out of Golden State. He's eligible for an extension soon. That extension should not be signed. And once you don't sign that extension, you now send a message to your front office. Is that now you have two options. You can either wait it out and see what happens in regards to my decision of where I'm going to go after my contract is up, just like LeBron James, or you can go ahead and you can trade me, dog. Because I think that Steph Curry, if he gets traded from Golden State Warriors fans will never look at Steph Curry like the ops. You'll never burn his jersey. You'll never boo him. He's giving you so much. He's giving you so many memories across so many different years. 4 championships, playoff runs, multiple finals, historical seasons, historical moments. They will understand that, yeah, dog, it's over here. Like, we're not going to compete, and we don't want to see you struggle to the point where you're just this nostalgia act that people come to see. Like a bear at the zoo. Oh, there's Steph Curry. There's the greatest Golden State Warrior, although this team sucks. But you can go see Steph Curry. Go see you go see him out there trying his best to keep this team afloat. Nah. That's over, dog. You have to move on. So, I hope he takes the advice. I hope he realizes that Mike Dunleavy is a fucking moron. And he needs to realize, I got to get out of here. I got to go. Don't come to LA. We don't want you. But I think San Antonio would be a great fit for Curry. I think that going to Charlotte would be interesting. Go home to Charlotte. That would be nice. Your father would love that. The legacy of Charlotte would love that. The city will embrace that. Might not be a winner right now, but they have some young pieces that are building over there. And there's nothing better for a player that's getting older to be around younger pieces that can be able to help them win. But being on this old-ass team is only going to make things worse for Steph Curry going forward. Because he's still the best player on a team that's aging. Not a good combination. Moving on.
Every win, every loss, every second got a cost to be the boss. Late nights, pressure heavy, never fold. Championship mindset, heart made of purple and gold.